Valley News Live 10 at 10.
From rain and hail to heavy snow and even tornadoes, the tri-state area has been hit with a wild mix of weather. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Krista Boehm. Delmont, South Dakota is dealing with cleanup after a tornado ripped through this morning. And it's been a dramatic weekend in May for weather in the region. But let's go to meteorologist Lisa Green to take a look. Lisa?
Thank you, Krista. Yes, you know, we've had snow here in the valley, also that hail we showed you, and of course heavy rain that's fallen here as well. We want to show you how things looked west of Jamestown in Stutsman County this afternoon. For a while there was a travel alert in south central North Dakota, and here's the picture on the roadways there west of Jamestown. Kayla Fries took this photo of a very white, wintry looking scene that did melt, and we did see that travel alert to go away for now. We do have some rain totals, running rain totals, as it's still raining out there right now. The big winner at the moment, 1.5 inches in the Fingal area. Here at the station, we've had a little over 1 inch of rain, and taking a look at the radar, there's plenty of it still out there, and it's going to be impacting us tonight. You see the snow in South Dakota. Our winter weather advisory continues tonight for Foster and Stutsman County, and we have more snow coming up on the way. Krista, we'll be talking about that and just how much more rain we can expect to see too in just a few moments.
All right, thank you so much, Lisa.
You bet.
And developing news tonight, the Barnesville Police Department is investigating a possible shooting, and police say they are investigating a call that came in from the Cenex gas station in Barnesville at 619 Front Street around 6 p.m. Police would not confirm whether or not shots were actually fired, but said no one was injured. The man ran from a home to the gas station to call for help. Officials said more information may be released on Monday. A resident in South Fargo had an abrupt wake-up call Sunday morning that created quite the scare. The resident of a house on the 3400 block of 17th Street South woke up to 24-year-old Cody M. Anderson in his living room. Police say Anderson was extremely intoxicated and entered the house through an unlocked door. When the resident approached Anderson, he began to flail his arms, and the resident ran to neighbors and called 911. Police arrived to find him outside the house with a butcher knife and a smaller knife. Anderson is being charged with armed burglary. No one was injured, and police are still investigating. An off-duty police officer and his son are shot and killed near Minneapolis, and the suspect is another son. Police responded to a call for help at a home in St. Michael, Minnesota last night and found the bodies of Blake and Todd Besser. 49-year-old Todd was a police officer nearby in Elk River. His son Blake was 27 years old. According to investigators, Todd Besser's 21-year-old son Christopher called them from a gas station to turn himself in. No other suspects are being sought. 6 teenagers were injured in a rollover accident in East Grand Forks last night. The North Dakota State Patrol says a car with 7 people inside rolled on Highway 220 around 11. The vehicle was traveling north on the highway when it drifted towards the shoulder, and the driver overcorrected to his left, causing the car to cross the south lane before going into the ditch where it rolled. 2 passengers were thrown from the car. One of the teenagers was seriously injured and was not wearing his seatbelt. 5 of them were extricated from the car. The Minnesota legislature was introduced to a bill that has some saying it's taking a step backwards. It would allow small local businesses to refuse wedding-related services to same-sex couples. It's called the Freedom of Conscience and is intended to allow store owners to choose who they do business with. Valley News Team's Christina Craig has local reaction.
Picking out the perfect flowers is on the wedding to-do list. But some businesses may be able to turn you away. The Minnesota legislature is looking at a bill that would allow small businesses to deny wedding-related services to same-sex couples.
David and I are an older, middle-aged couple. We hang out with really good, wonderful people, so we don't encounter that a whole lot, but that's not to say that's the case for everybody.
Fargo realtor Bernie Erickson considers himself lucky. Erickson and his husband tied the knot in Canada before Minnesota made it legal, which was nearly 2 years ago. But now Erickson says if the state passes this bill, they're taking a giant step back.
You know, with this whole Indiana thing and this Arkansas thing, that's the one thing that kept coming through over and over again. This is not about doing good things in the name of religion. It's about being unkind to people. And we need to start calling that for what it is. It's legalized bigotry.
If we allow ourselves to remain stagnant, then we never get into that. That's how we got out of slavery. That's how we get out of homophobia.
The bill is meant to give locally owned businesses with 20 employees or less the option of who to serve when dealing with holy matrimony. But some businesses in the FM area see it otherwise.
And there's a whole lot of people that don't believe in God either. So that's not something for us to judge what we will do and what we will not do. It should be based upon treat your neighbor as you'd like to be treated yourself.
At this point, it seems to be really narrow, small companies, small number of employees. But where does it stop?
A controversial debate that will only gain more momentum and attraction as it moves forward. Christina Craig, Valley News Live.
And we want to know what you think. You can share with us your thoughts on our Facebook page. Just search Valley News Live, like our page, and you'll stay informed throughout the entire day. From leaky roofs, balconies falling apart, and faulty electrical wiring, just a few of the problems Fargo's housing inspectors find. After receiving numerous whistleblower calls from some of you around the valley regarding housing conditions, we wanted to know what housing inspectors constitute as a problem. Valley News Team's Christina Craig sat down with housing inspectors to find out which apartments have the most violations.
For the most part, on most of the rental properties, it's going to be things like smoke detectors, fire extinguishers, safety items like that. We also look to see if there's things that are broken that should be fixed.
You can catch this story tomorrow night on Valley News Live, 10 at 10. Mother's Day takes on a whole new meaning for several women who just brought a new bundle of joy into the world. Natalie Ryder is no exception. She delivered Ireland Rose on Friday. This is the family's first child and first official Mother's Day. Ireland was a week late, but is healthy and has a full head of hair.
You just can't even describe how amazing it feels to have somebody be part of you and know you without even knowing you yet. It was really wonderful.
Congratulations to them. The family heads home tomorrow. And rain didn't stop a few moms and their families from checking out the animals at the Red River Zoo. Moms got free admission in honor of the holiday. The families we talked with say they just brought umbrellas and bundled up. The zoo's curator says it's actually better to see many of the animals on a day like today because they are cold weather species.
And the peacocks were chasing us around, and yeah. And the wolves are out.
Yeah,
the wolves are out even in the rain. Some of them are curled up and sleeping.
The zoo also celebrated several of its four-legged mothers. A talkin' baby is the first born this year and is expected to be out for visitors to see this Friday. And the zoo believes both the white crane and Pallas cats are expecting mothers and could have babies in the coming weeks.